Hello again. Welcome back. This is week 6, part 2. If you have not done part 1, go watch that video first and do that lesson first, and then we will pick up here. This is the continuation of that video. So, your homework from the last video was to come up with 3 advantages and 3 disadvantages of having a strong work ethic. So let's remember, what is a work ethic? So an ethic is a set of rules that someone lives by. Okay, so a work ethic is the belief that if you work hard in life, you will get ahead and become successful. So, someone who has a strong work ethic means someone who really strongly believes that if they just work hard, they will be successful. Okay, so let's start with the easy one. What are some advantages of having a strong work ethic? The first one I thought of is that you're able to get a lot of work accomplished. Okay? If you have a strong work ethic, you will get a lot of things done, right? Because you work hard. Another advantage is if you have a strong work ethic, it is very satisfying when you work hard. It is very satisfying when you accomplish your goals, right? Okay. Satisfying to complete goals. Okay. Another advantage of having a strong work ethic is that people who work hard are usually able to serve others and provide for themselves and their families. Right? So there are many advantages to having a strong work ethic. Another one might be simply that having a strong work ethic makes you a really good employee, and it will be easy for you, hopefully, maybe, usually, easy for you to find a job, right? Okay, so what are some disadvantages? This may have been difficult for you to think of. It was difficult for me to think of. The first thing I thought about was that sometimes if people have a strong work ethic, maybe they forget about their family a little bit, or they don't spend as much time with their family and friends because they are working so hard. So that's one. All right. Another one that I see a lot is people who have a strong work ethic. Sometimes they neglect their own health and well-being. Maybe they don't take care of themselves, and so they work hard, and then they are sick, or they get injured, but they ignore their injury, and then it gets worse, because they have to work hard, and so they don't take care of themselves. Okay, so neglect health. I want to share one story about this. My grandfather has a very strong work ethic, and when he was maybe 60 years old, 65, I remember I was a young girl, and I remember the day when my grandmother called and told us that my grandfather had not been to the dentist in many, many years. And so his teeth were hurting really badly. And my grandfather, he worked at a factory 7 days a week, usually 7 or 6 days a week, all of his life. So he worked very hard, but he never liked to go to the doctor. He would never go to the dentist. And so one day my grandmother called and said his teeth were hurting so bad. And he was so determined to keep working and not go to the dentist that he took a pair of pliers, pliers, and he pulled out his own 2 front teeth. He pulled them out. And to this day, he still does not have his 2 front teeth because his gums were so diseased. He cannot get fake teeth. So this is one example of a disadvantage of having a strong work ethic. Maybe you lose your 2 front teeth. Don't be like my grandfather in that way. Okay, finally, one more disadvantage, and it was difficult to think of this, but sometimes if people have a strong work ethic, it can be very difficult to accept the things that you cannot control. There are things in life that are outside of our control. We cannot work hard and fix it. We cannot do anything. A global pandemic is an example of this. We cannot control. And I think sometimes people who believe that if you work hard, you can achieve anything, they have a harder time accepting the things that they cannot control, right? That's been my experience. Okay. So, does that make sense? These are just the ones that I came up with. I would love to hear what you came up with. So please let me know if you have other thoughts. I would love to even see maybe a video of you explaining to me or to the group what you think about advantages and disadvantages of having a strong work ethic. Okay? So, that's that. Open your books now to page 102 again. And let's read the article one more time to remember everything from the article, so we can go over the questions again, or so that we can go over the answers to the questions. So just to remember, here's the article. Hard and soft job skills. Sam Sarawang has been working as an automotive technician at George's Auto Repair for over 5 years. Today was a special day for Sam, a 35-year-old Thai immigrant, because he received the Employee of the Year award. According to Ed Overton, Sam's boss, Sam received the award because he's a great people person and he has superb technical skills. I even have him work on my own car. Sam has the two kinds of I did it again. I'm so sorry. Sam has the two kinds of skills that are necessary to be successful and move up in his career: soft skills and hard skills. Soft skills are personal and social skills. Sam gets along with his coworkers. He has a strong work ethic. In 5 years, he has never been late or absent from work. Customers trust him. Hard skills, on the other hand, are the technical skills a person needs to do a job. Sam can repair cars, trucks, and motorcycles. He learned from his father, who was also a mechanic. Then he took classes and got a certificate as an auto technician. Soft and hard skills are equally important, but hard skills are easier to teach and assess than soft skills. People can learn how to use a machine and then take a test on their knowledge. However, it's harder to teach people how to be cooperative and have a good work ethic. George Griffith, the owner of George's Auto Repair, explains, "I've been working in this business for over 30 years, and most of the time when I've needed to fire someone, it was because of weak people skills, not because they didn't have technical abilities." Soft skills and good technical knowledge are a winning combination, and today, Sam Sarawang was the winner. I love that story. Okay, so let's look on page 103 and answer some of these questions. So it says, number 1, what is the main idea of this article? What do you think is the main idea of the article? Usually the title gives us a hint. I would say the main idea is something along the lines of Sam Sarawang. I'll write this on the board. Let's see. Number 1. Sam Sarawang won Employee of the Year because he has excellent hard and soft job skills. All right. I think that's the main idea. You could say something about something more specific about hard and soft job skills, but I think your answer has to have something about hard and soft job skills. Okay? Number 2. Before we read question number 2, let's read this little red box right here. It says, quotations are used to explain or support a main idea. They also make a reading more interesting. So, question number 2 says, how does the quotation from Ed Overton support the main idea of the article? So let's look at the quotation from Ed Overton. You see in the first paragraph, it says, according to Ed Overton, Som's boss, Som received the award because he's a great people person and he has superb technical skills. I even have him work on my own car. Okay? So, how does that quotation support the main idea? Well, this quotation, let me write. It demonstrates exactly which hard and soft skills Som possesses. I would say which hard and soft skills earned Som the award. Right? Okay. How about number 3? What is the difference between a soft skill and a hard skill? So let's look. It says give examples from the article. So in the second paragraph, it says soft skills are personal and social skills. All right, so that's one. Soft. For time's sake, I'm not going to write the rest of these. I'll just tell you, okay? Soft skills are personal and social skills. Som gets along with his coworkers. He has a strong work ethic. In 5 years, he has never been late or absent from work. Customers trust him. So any of those examples would be great. All right? And then, so that's a soft skill. What about hard skills? The same paragraph says hard skills, on the other hand, are the technical skills a person needs to do a job. Okay? The examples would be, Som can repair cars, trucks, and motorcycles. He learned from his father, who was also a mechanic. Then he took classes and got a certificate as an auto technician. Okay? Awesome. Number 4. What are 3 examples? What are 3 examples of Sam's soft skills? Okay, so I just read the examples where it tells you, after it says soft skills are personal and social skills, then it tells you the examples of how Sam demonstrates that, okay? So he gets along with his coworkers, has a strong work ethic, he's never been late or absent, and customers trust him, okay? According to the article, why are hard skills, this is number 5. According to the article, why are hard skills easier to evaluate than soft skills? So you look at the very last paragraph. It says, people can learn how to use a machine and then take a test on their knowledge. However, it's harder to teach people how to be cooperative and have a good work ethic. That makes sense, right? Okay, number 6. Which example shows that Sam has a good work ethic? If you look in the second paragraph, it says, in 5 years, he has never been late or absent from work. That's a pretty good demonstration of a strong work ethic, I would say. All right. And finally, number 7. According to George Griffith, do more workers lose their jobs because of weak soft skills or weak hard skills? Do you agree with George? Why or why not? So at the very end of the last paragraph, George Griffith says that most of the time when I've needed to fire someone, it was because of weak people skills, not because they didn't have technical abilities. So, do you agree with George? Why or why not? You are allowed to agree or disagree. I personally agree because I have been in jobs where people knew how to do the job technically, but they were terrible workers, and it takes a lot of time and energy from the rest of the staff to try to work with that person and to try to get them to do better or to get along with others. It affects the whole environment and atmosphere. So I agree with George. Okay? That's all we've got for today. Your homework is to work on the vocabulary section. We have done things like this before. So if you have any questions, please reach out. Okay? All right. Thanks a lot. Ciao.